and we're talking about Banchero. Paolo Banchero, that is. This dude, ever since I made that video about him dueling it out with KD, he's really been on the tear. This Magic team hasn't been winning as much as they've been. They have a lot of injuries right now. A couple big men. Markel Fultz still hasn't showed back up. Jonathan Isaac's been out the lineup. A guy like a Joe Ingles, who a lot of people say it's only Joe Ingles. He's our veteran presence out there. He's a solid playmaker for us. He really gets the offense settled down. He really does, find guys in their spots like a Mo Wagner. Even Paolo, guys like that. He really knows how to run an offense. He's been there, done that. He's been around a long time, so he's seen a lot. So he knows how to play winning basketball. And we're missing that element right now because he's been sidelined for about a week or two. But this team has really been battling. That they show me that they're very resilient. Shout out to Coach Mose. He's really stepped his game up as well as a coach this year. And he's been doing a very good job. But let's talk about Paolo. The game after they played the Suns, they played the Warriors. It was a L. Steph Curry just went crazy, man. He had about 36 points, I think. I mean, my boy Jalen Suggs, poor Jalen Suggs. Steph Curry was just going crazy on him. I mean, he's an excellent defender. There's just nothing you can do about that. Guys are going to hit shots. But Paolo, that game, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. He really balled out. He's showing that he can put up numbers consistently on a night-to-night basis. Just has to rack up a couple more wins. He does play winning basketball. I think it's more of a team effort thing where, this team is young. They got to, just still learning how to play winning basketball. Paulo, he put the team first, and you see it in his play with the 6 assists. The next game he played against the Kings. This is when he really put the team on his back. Franz Wagner. Shout out to him. He's our second best player. He probably our scorer. A guy that really fills it up on the scoring end. Paulo is a great scorer as well, but he does it all. He rebounds, he defends, he assists. Not saying Franz doesn't, but Paulo at his size and his skill set, he just does it a little bit more effortlessly. Now, this game against the Kings, Franz went down early in the game. We had I believe Cole Anthony was out. We had guys out, man. It was a lot of injuries, and Paulo was asked to put the team on his back, and that's exactly what he did. The team didn't come out with a win. I mean, Malik Monk went crazy. He had about 30 something points. He couldn't miss. I mean, I don't know if you guys know what jelly is. That's the layup thing. His jelly was ridiculous that game. He was going to the cup, finishing at will. He had a crucial bucket to take the game to second overtime. Malik Monk was just doing his thing, man. I'm not gonna lie, he was balling. But Paulo, he really put the team on his back. He suffered an ankle injury later in the game, but then he also left the game for a second, but he came back, and that's when he put a Superman cape on. Oh, shout out to Chuma Okeke. Balled out, man. Fourth quarter, he started off. He hit about 3 or 4 threes back to back for us. Scored our like 9 straight points for us in the fourth, and he really kept the team in the game while Jalen Suggs and Apollo were both getting rest. Because right now, those two guys were our best 2 players that game with all the injuries we were dealing with. But Paolo Banchero that game, 43 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Now he has to step up his rebounding. I think he has to become a more consistent 8 to 10 rebounder a game. Even 7 rebounds would be okay because he's just that type of player. He has to insert himself down there a little bit more, box out a little better. Take a page out of Kevin Love's book. He boxes out and he doesn't need to get off the ground, but he's a guy that used to average about 13 rebounds a game. So, but really, what I want to talk about, this guy in the fourth quarter, man, he really put the team on his back. He had 12 points in the fourth quarter, not missing 1 shot, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the 3-point line. Also had hit both of his free throws. He shows his ability to get to the line at will. He's just such a bucket. In OT, he had 9 points, 3 for 4 from the field, hit his only 3 and hit both of his free throws. Now, in overtime, too, you showed that fatigue was setting in. This team was just taking care of the shots at times. They were turning the ball over a little bit. Paulo didn't even score that quarter. He had 2 free throws that quarter, but he didn't make none of his shots. I feel like that's when he also needs a point guard, a guy that can get him in a spot. Now he can run the one. He has the ability to do that. But at 6'10", you really want him playing like that mellow role, mid post and down, get him in his spots because that mid range that he has is so deadly. That mid range that we talked about last episode, he was practicing with KD. Man, it's been on display. His ability to get to the basket has been on display. He had a bucket at the end of the overtime, at the end of the first overtime when he slithered. We had the ball, taking it out under the basket, and he cut through, got the ball right there, and just finished over like three guys. He's shown his ability to really score all around on the floor, and he's been a bucket, man. He scored 18 straight points for this team in the fourth and OT. It was just ridiculous, man. Check out my Instagram page, real.ballers.only. That's on Instagram. And I will have clips of that Sacramento game on there, and also have clips of that Wemby and that Giannis game as well. But let's talk about this last game where Paolo knocks his first career triple-double against the Nuggets. Now, when you play the Nuggets, you think Jokic will have that triple-double. But no, it was a Paolo show. Paolo was just doing it all, This team went down a bit early. It was double-digit lead that the Nuggets had built on them, but Paolo had really put on a display, man. This game we had even more people out. Both the centers was out. Bataze, Wendell Carter, so France, Mo Wagner started. France was still out. Cole Anthony did return, but we didn't have Jonathan Isaac still. We had about 7 guys inactive this game, and Paolo really did it all, put the team on his back. He did get help from guys like Jalen Suggs, who had about 27. We had Cole Anthony dropped 23. Even Mo Wagner had 19 points. Now, Mo Wagner is an excellent guy to drive, to get dish off to, dump off to. He's not a defender, though. I mean, it was tough out there for him on Jokic. Jokic had him in foul trouble early, but this team is very resilient, and they fought back and battled. Third quarter, Paolo really was all over the place, man. He had 7 points. He also had totaled that with 7 assists as well. Just finding guys, he has the ability, if you want to double team him, he demands a double team. And if you want to double team him, he's going to find an open guy and make you pay. And we got guys that can knock down shots. It's crazy because I was just saying, man, we need a Cole Anthony out there. We need a Mo Wagner. Where these guys been at? They need to come and show up. And they did that for us today. And Paolo led that charge. He had 32 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. He's just showing that he's just a stud, man. He can do it all. His three ball has gotten a lot better. A lot of people slandered him last year, saying that he had to get that up. However, they didn't realize he had an injury whole month of March, where I believe it's March or February, where he only made like 2 threes out of 30 attempts, and it was due to more of an injury thing rather than his jump shot. But as you see his ability to find guys, give guys opportunities, the team trusts him with the ball because they know that he will find that he will make the right play. He reminds me so much of LeBron James in that aspect, the fact that he can get to the lane, do what he wants, and also has that ability to pass all over the floor. I mean, you see him making cross-court passes, see him making passes out of double team, just looking over guys. He has to cut down on his turnovers. He does turn the ball over a lot, but that's just a young player for you, Especially that's why I say he needs a point guard, a guy that's going to help him get into his spots, and he doesn't have to dribble the ball as much because at 6'10", it's really hard to really be a true point guard. You look at guys like when KD played against the Celtics that year in the playoffs, and they were jumping him. He's not that type of guy. Now, he's a baller, but he's not that type of guy that can run the one at will. He has the ability to pass. But guys like that, you want to get them in their spots. So you want to get them in their range of shooting because it only takes 1 or 2 moves to get a bucket, and he's showing that ability. You see here he has that trust in his teammate, gets it up on a fast break, and Mo, he just a finisher, man. Shout out to him for showing up. But Orlando has found them one. Paolo is him. He's a baller. This game in the fourth quarter, he shows that his ability to get to the basket is very crucial. He didn't hit not one field goal in the fourth quarter, but he hit all 9 free throws. He had 9 free throws. All of them in the fourth quarter, 9 for 9. Right here, he's hitting 2 free throws to tie the game up, and then next possession he gets to the line again. His 2 more free throws to seal the deal. this Magic team was able to get a stop to end the game. And that's what they've been living off, man. They've been living off their ability to get to the basket and then their defense. So the Magic really are our team to be reckoned with. I feel like in the future they have a star in Paolo, another star in France, but a guy like Paolo can really take this team to another level with his play, and he's showing that, man. So shout out to Paolo, man. He's my favorite player in the league right now. As y'all know, I'm a Magic fan. It's been a long time since we had a franchise player, since Dwight Howard, I'll say, But then this guy can play on the wing as well, so like T-Mac. So this is a good time right now in Orlando. This team is fighting right now to stay top 6, top 5 in the East, and they're showing their resiliency. They're in a stretch right now where they're trying to get back healthy. But Paulo is a guy that, like I said, man, he can put the team on his back, man. He's shown why, I'm so high on him, why I say like the next 2 years he could be a top 3 player in this league because his ability to impact the game at all levels. He's a 6'10" beast. He does it all. So shout out to Paulo, man. Keep on hooping, doing what you do, man. Sky's the limit for you, my boy.